Welcome.
Hello.
He's
I'm no see. I'm like,
Yes.
I'm part of the book club.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
What it do? Technical difficulties. Y'all know how it is.
Hey, Cindy, do you have to create a passcode, or is that just like randomly generated for the Zoom meetings?
I actually created.
I was just curious. I saw death on this most recent one.
You're like, what are the odds? Dun, dun, dun. I should have just lied.
Doesn't seem very random.
I know, right? I should have just lied. Wait, do we have, is Mindy? You're a newcomer. Hello.
Oh yeah, I can't see everyone. Everyone, this is Mindy. I'm sorry, I'm like so. Everyone, this is Mindy. Mindy, this is everyone.
Hi.
Hey, welcome.
Welcome.
Also,
New place.
I know, right? New background.
Literally.
Ooh la la.
Don't mind me while I make my plate.
Dinner. I've got my drink ready.
Oh.
Me too, Andre.
I'm like,
Damn, Shelly. I got water.
because your body is a temple.
And mine is a crack house.
And that's okay. Whatever floats your boat is what floats your boat.
My body.
And I'm gonna eat this one.
Okay.
I think that's more people. Oh, Belisha's joining.
Y'all, who is she? An icon, a legend, and she is the moment.
Let's move out, you pansies.
Wait, what?
The Chef Boyardee.
Oh, who is she? She's domesticated.
God.
You love to see it,
A little healthy.
right?
Healthy, wealthy.
Got to.
Lexi isn't coming. She's like my friend that I added, but she wanted to say that she's really sorry that she's not coming, and she will come next. Oh,
Where'd she go?
Did she just?
She accidentally left.
she's gone.
She said Lexi's not coming and I won't be here either.
I won't be
I'm just here to say that.
Fine. I'm dead. Okay, let me end this waiting room. That way anyone's joining can just join. Y'all know anyone else that's coming before we start?
It's all coming.
Oh my gosh.
Wait,
I was just with her too.
sorry. Django, hey. Nobody's there. Go sit down.
Hey.
How's everyone's Tuesday? Is it Tuesday?
Good.
Chill.
Chill. Yeah, I'm ready for Friday already.
Ready for Friday?
Oh,
I want to say hi
that.
to Jeremy.
Oh yeah, because you work already.
So,
I'm like,
Jared-
ooh.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Charlie.
How does it feel to be a part
Charlie's
of
not
a
in-
club
shit,
that's
Charlie got
like a
kicked out somehow,
completely
I'm
different
returning.
area?
Jeremy, why did Charlie get a hi Charlie and everyone got a
My God, that's what I said.
Aid.
Oh my gosh, look at us. Who would have
Who would've-
thought?
Not me.
Guys, it's literally been an entire year. That is so crazy.
It's been what?
A year.
I know.
We have had this ring for a year. And 1 year later, we're doing another murder mystery, baby.
I know.
Who would have thought?
Who done it?
and
I'm
Also,
trying to
the
see if there's a
name is
connection between
Evelyn.
like. Sorry, what? Go ahead.
I was like, and also the name is Evelyn.
The name is Evelyn. I'm trying to think like, did they do that on purpose? Because it's the same like name, initials, and everything. Like Evelyn
Dude,
Hardcastle.
it's too similar. Same number,
7.
same like
I'm
order.
like, we really love our sevens.
Right.
Oh, literally.
Is it the same person?
I don't think so.
No,
What
this
was
one's by,
what was the name of the first book you guys did?
The 7 husbands
Couple
of
Next
Evelyn
Door?
Hugo.
Couple next
Oh,
door.
Oh,
The couple next door, yeah.
Okay.
That would have pissed you off.
yeah, that would have made you upset.
Background
What is
music.
Shirley watching?
Like almost.
no, really.
What
I'm like, is that Wakanda forever?
What was it? What are you watching? Land of the Lost.
I need him to turn it down. just a
Ew, he
smidge.
can mute that.
All right, since everyone's kind of pretty much here, we can kind of start dissecting the book.
I'm gonna move into the room because I have my food now.
No, it's fine. I mean, where's it go?
No, you good? You good? Hold on, y'all. Give me 2 seconds.
Like, hey y'all, welcome back. My name is Saya, and this is the book club of the season. Hello, everybody.
Sully, where's your cam off?
Yeah, I know.
Hold on. I'm doing this on my
We're trying to see your beautiful face.
iPad.
There you are.
Ooh, look at that quality.
Okay,
Face.
All
No, I'm
right.
talking. Okay, so
who wants to dive in on first thoughts? Okay, has everyone finished reading chapter 5? I guess that's the question.
Sarah.
period.
What do we think?
I love
I
it.
feel like
so
it
far.
started off very interesting. Like, it started off in such a weird spot. And I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah,
What do you
it's
mean
really
by
Like
weird?
it's to a slow start, but it's like into the thick of it, you know?
I know what you mean.
So it's like we're trying to figure out like 2 things at the same time, like who, like, what does Sebastian have to do with like this whole situation, and then like also like who killed
No,
Anna.
pause 1 second. Felicia's on this right now. Felicia, hi everyone. Felicia, everyone.
Sorry,
my kid is loud.
That's okay.
Mindy. Hi,
Yes.
Justin. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Liz. Hi, Liz.
Oh yeah, hello everyone. It's so nice to finally meet y'all.
Right,
No, literally.
Like I'm a real
It's been
person.
right. But you
No,
make a
that's
good
so
point,
true.
Andre. Like it just takes off running. So I'm like, hold on, what's happening? Who's what? And
No,
so
literally.
is she in her first, or not she? We don't know who the soul is.
Wait. Yeah.
Are they in their first body? Or what do you guys think this is like set up like? You know, are they in the actual body and that's
Oh, maybe this isn't their first rodeo and they have like amnesia each time they go in a new body. Maybe this is like their 8th body or something.
Ooh. It
Oh.
is. We do know it. Oh, I think
I'm
you're gonna. I think you're gonna say the same thing. Go ahead.
I would say the back says at the beginning of each day, Aiden wakes up at Blackheath House in the body of a different guest. So I'm guessing Aiden is like the main character and he's waking up as Sebastian and then he'll wake up as like the others. So I'm guessing Aiden is like,
that's what I think. There is an actual person tied to the soul that's speaking through these.
I think
Right.
so.
Gotcha. Ooh, okay.
Okay. Because I'm writing down my names because low key,
We're gonna need
there's
a
way too many
diagram,
characters. Hard.
like chart. with
Look at
Everything.
my whiteboard.
Right.
Is it unpacked?
To the trusty
Yeah, it is. It's hanging up. I'll go
whiteboard.
grab it.
The handy.
The trusty whiteboard.
So Aiden's in this body. Is Aiden like, we haven't really gotten a backstory of who he is, but like, I'm trying to figure out like, what does he have to do with this group of this circle of friends? And like, I don't know.
I don't know.
He
He's,
said,
he's not on the invite on the first, like the first page. That's what I'm looking at just now. He's not on there.
And he
Like
doesn't like
the name
know
Aiden or
people.
Sebastian?
No, Sebastian is, but Aiden is not.
Gotcha, okay.
down.
So,
Okay.
let me see.
I kind of feel like I really do. I like it so far. Let me start by saying that. Oh, wait.
There's like a list, the masquerade, there's guest names. I missed that. That
Wait,
would have
where
been
is that?
helpful.
Oh, yeah.
I got it on Audible, so dang.
I could probably.
Literally every time they would mention a new character, I would be like flipping
Go back to it.
Yeah.
Right?
There's also a
Because
map. of like where things are and stuff. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
Liv,
I
I'll
was-
send the picture of the invite in the group.
Charlie, you rock. Did you know that? Thank you so much. Okay, so
I kept
because
seeing little. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I know you're because the map confused me first off. Why? Because I was like, is this an accurate representation or is this more of like a, because remember when he was Sebastian, right? He's coming to his senses, and this is a little bit further in, I think, chapter 5. He was like looking at the photo of the house and realized that where he was not actually in the photo of where like the map of the house was. So that means he was further out. But my understanding is, where's east? Because I'm trying to understand what's going on here. Because
Well, I think this, for me, Sebastian was kind of sus to like in the beginning, like when they kind of described, because there was this thing where when he was talking to that person, I forget what it was, but they handed him back an item and he's like, oh yeah, that's mine. I kind of feel like
You're talking about the compass?
the compass,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Because aren't we supposed to kind of pick up clues on with each person that that may have to do with what's it called? The death, right? Like, aren't we supposed to kind of figure out, is it them? What do you guys think so far of the body that they're in? Like,
Well,
you guys
for
think
me, I've got a couple of questions because one, when Anna was running away from the person, you know, clearly she knew that, I don't know, she'd have to know that person, Sebastian, enough to like ask for help. But, you know, she ran past him and is like, why didn't, when the guy came back, like, why didn't he kill Sebastian? Like, are they in on it as well? Like, that's what confused me. It's like, you're gonna kill homegirl, but you know, your boy's out here. You could have easily killed him. He doesn't even remember who he is.
well, because
What-
he's, you know, in the body, it's Aiden.
Right. But I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out, like, you know, who's working together here. Because yes, his soul maybe doesn't know what's going on, but the person that ran past clearly knew that person as like, oh, I'm not gonna mess with them.
Is anyone else
Ooh.
confused that Anna is the one who was murdered, but I thought it was Evelyn who was supposed to be murdered?
Yes, very
Right.
confused.
That part.
Very
But
much
I
so.
think they mentioned the ball is that night. I think what's his face said, who's the main guy?
Daniel.
Daniel, he said like the whole ball is like that night. Like he wakes up in the morning and then a few hours later it's the ball where Evelyn dies. So I was confused too because I was like, Anna or Evelyn, but that's what I'm thinking is that Anna was just another death, but Evelyn's death is going to be in a few hours from what we read.
Which is what we haven't like, seen yet, right? Because the Hardcastles arrived, right? And Michael was introduced. Gotcha.
Yeah, and Anna said like more other people's lives depend on you cracking this case. So maybe it's Anna first, then Evelyn, and then like more people if he doesn't figure it out.
Oh,
But are we sure Anna is dead?
Oh,
Aren't.
touche.
that's a good
Here's the thing.
question.
Yeah, because he never saw her die. He never saw her body. But also, are we sure that that was Anna out there? Because that was never actually confirmed. He woke up with that
Just said
name on
Anna.
his lips.
So I'm pretty sure it said
Never
Anna.
spoke- But yeah, he said Anna, but he never spoke to her. He called out the name, and then some lady was just being like chased through the forest. But there was never any confirmation that like, hi, are you Anna? And she was like, yes, I'm Anna. I don't know. He never spoke to her. He just kind of assumes that that is the name of the woman who he like woke up around.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's kind of likely, but I think there is the chance that that might not be what her name is, whoever that is.
But also, no one knew who she was. Who's this Anna? Everyone's like, we don't know this person. That's why I was like,
That's true, and also nobody's missing from the house, so that is also a point in favor of it being Anna. That
And-
it-
At
like
the end
it
of the
being
day,
someone
she
new.
wrote the note.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
she wrote
say
that
Salia,
note,
the
though.
note.
Your
Okay,
gloves are
right?
burning, Sebastian.
But then who was the note for then?
Well, because they're stuck in it. The book description says that he's stuck in a time loop where he relives the same thing over and over again.
Mhm.
So the fact that she knew that he had hung his gloves over the fire means that she's probably already lived through this day.
Mhm.
And she
I
had
kinda-
already seen that, you know?
Oh,
Knew
is she stuck with him? And she's waking up in
She
different
must-
bodies too, maybe?
Maybe, you know what, maybe that's it, but yeah, she must be stuck in a time loop too, only she doesn't have amnesia. Like she actually remembers that she just experienced that day.
Justin, that's so smart.
That makes sense. Like that makes sense, Justin. Like, so he's already been, or they've already been in Anna's body, and it's like a, hey, you know, just remember this is here, like, because that's where they last left it. And it's like, meet me at this place.
Yeah, that must be it.
Okay.
It's like I feel like this is almost gonna get like Memento. I don't know if you guys have watched that.
Yes, that's the what it's
Wait,
called.
but I thought he woke up every day in a different body. So Sebastian wouldn't be, this is his first time technically in Sebastian's body,
Right.
because I think he wakes up in 7. Well, I
Different
don't get the
bodies,
half part,
right?
but yeah.
Your half day.
I
Like the
kind of
half.
wondered if like he is leaving himself notes, like,
With the
you
people.
know what I mean? Like he knows what he's gonna
Right.
do. and
That's
he's
what I was
just
gonna
That's what
say.
Justin was
like
saying, yeah.
Anna, then I'll like know I'll have to go meet this person, because he can't be like, this is from yourself. Like he's gonna be like, what is this? But if it's Anna, he's like, oh, I'm gonna go see. So he's
That's
like,
gonna
"It's
hinder
fine."
whether he solves it at the end or not, type thing. If he ends up giving it himself away.
Ooh,
So
that'd be
who
a
do
lot
we
of-
think, like, because the Sandman, as you know, mentions in the book, it's like, what was the name that you woke up to? And it said Anna. Like, whose name do you think will be the one that like unlocks everything for the Sandman?
Oh, you're talking about the
Because he
crow
said,
guy.
right, you're not ready to meet me or something, right? Like you're not,
Right.
I don't know. Well, that's kind of, we have to read a little bit further to.
Well, I'm just saying the
Yeah.
guest list is there.
Chapter 6 goes off. Like I saw the first sentence in chapter 6 and I was like, oh shit.
Well, then it would have to be someone from the house, because he was able to know a way to inside that room, because when Sebastian went to the room, he went through the door, but he didn't see him come into that room. He just appeared into the room. So I'm guessing the house is much more bigger than what we anticipate. If you feel what I'm saying. Like there's like little cracks and
Well, good. My question is, how does a Sandman know that like this person's got steps to be introduced to like the next level of this game that they're playing? You know what I mean? Like, is Sandman a character that's not part of this Groundhog Day? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not ready yet. It's like, how do you know? Maybe I didn't pick up on.
Who's the Sandman? I'm confused.
I was about to
Yeah,
ask,
did I miss
right?
something?
What's that
So-
crow guy?
Oh, the
The
crow.
witch doctor, the guy
The
who's dressed
crow.
as a witch
Like
Right,
Doctor-
sorry.
Yeah, solid.
Witch doctor. Sorry,
Sandman
it
sounds
just
cooler.
Yeah. So basically, like he kind of reminds me of the Sandman from like Netflix, because that's what I looked that he thought he looked like. So I was like, oh, okay, he's like creepy.
And what's his like name in the book?
We don't have a name.
Oh, it's just the crow guy.
The
They-
crow,
they
yeah,
just-
Okay.
He's just named. I
the
mean,
crow guy,
the plague doctor is what the
the play
narrator,
doctor.
the plague doctor.
Does it
Oh,
feel
wait,
like
So the plague doctor, so he has like sorry, I didn't read all the way up to 5, so I'm kind of behind. Is it because he has that like
Yeah.
beast
Crow,
thing?
yeah.
Got it.
Mhm,
See, I can put 2 and 2 together.
period.
Okay.
do y'all feel like it's like I feel like it's almost a mixture of like mystery, like crime, like The Couple Next Door, where it's like just kind of crime, but then it also seems like there may be like some like supernatural stuff going on, the way the bird like flew to the window and then he buried it. Like I'm like, okay, I feel like this is like both almost like a murder and like a spooky story, like at the same time.
Yeah.
I could see that. You know, it's interesting the way that they have it, like the way that they made this book. It's almost like if you were to actually host like a whodunit and you're the killer, but you have your own clues. I think it's cool how they did that. You know, it feels like
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm trying to explain it. Y'all get it. Did y'all pick up on any other clues from the?
Oh, guys, we missed one thing actually. Can I say? So in the beginning, they also said that we ask all guests to kindly refrain from discussing Thomas Hardcastle and Charlie Carver as the tragic events surrounding them still grieve the family greatly. I'm like, why do they have to say it like that? Why? It's like, what are we trying to hide? Because
Right.
like they had to put it in there for a reason. So I feel like one of them could be the reason why Sebastian needs to save everyone, if that makes sense. Because if that
Those-
means,
But
because
who
that
are
was the
they?
cause of the book.
Thomas Hardcastle, who are they like to the Hardcastle? Are they like, is he like the dad or like is he?
He's not the dad because that would be Lord Peter Hardcastle and Lady Helena.
He's one of
So
the
their
sons,
son.
because they explained that Charlie, I'm sorry, but Carver
Did it happen like
killed-
19 years ago or something?
Yeah,
Like, it's a really long
killed,
time ago.
what's his name?
Killed Daniel.
So Charlie
No, sorry,
kills
Thomas.
Thomas 19 years ago. I think they drowned him in like the pond or something. And Charlie was a horse guy, or not a horse guy, but like a stable guy. I don't know what the term is. I forgot. Like the guy that works in the stable.
Oh, yes, you're
So they
right.
explained that.
And he slits his throat.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
That was such a small, yeah.
I know.
okay.
I almost missed it because I was like, "Who are these people?" Until I went back and I saw the
I
guest.
thought the stableman tried to save the like Thomas Hardcastle, tried to save him, but he was already
you're
dead.
right.
So-
And that's why he got
Yeah.
rewarded, and that's why he got promoted, and he was being such a jerk to that maid in the living room. He's like, I moved up and you didn't, like, you forget your place, you forget who I am.
Oh, that makes
He
more
got
sense.
rewarded for trying to, but I think that that could have been a ploy by him. I mean, since he's such a jerk, I wouldn't put it past him to try to kill that kid and then
it's-
act like I tried to save him. There was like no witnesses. It was just him, right?
His name is Ted Stan.
That's my
Win?
dad's name, Ted.
No way. Hey, call him up.
I
No,
also
Matthew.
Ted, no.
I feel like that could also be like the author trying to like lead us down a different path, because my first thought was like, this guy's such a jerk, he could be a murderer, but then it's like,
True.
I feel like it's almost like trying to lead you there.
True.
So I feel like it's too obvious.
True.
Yeah. Right now, I'm
Okay.
not really believing that anyone is, and I really like the big picture because like there's 60 chapters. We're gonna,
54.
huh?
60?
Oh,
61.
59.
Whoa.
But
I-
they've been short so far.
No, they're short chapters, but 60 is a good chunk.
That's
of-
like, it's like 4.
After reading The Couple Next Door, I'm like, I'm not taking any guesses.
No, literally.
Yeah, I'm gonna basically everyone's a suspect, and included.
No,
really?
literally.
Okay,
Well,
so
at this point, I feel like Evelyn should be included as well.
Yeah.
goodness dang.
Okay,
That's
well,
what I
because
said.
why is it? So why are some books 7.5 and the others are 7? Like, did anyone look into that?
About that.
Yeah, I was looking on the Kindle version and it said 7.5, and I went back to like the group message. I'm like, is that what the book's title said? So
It's just a localization thing. Like, for Harry Potter, the first book was originally published as the Philosopher's Stone in England.
mhm.
It was published as a Sorcerer's Stone in the US. Same thing. It's an English book, and it was
Gotcha.
published as the 7 Deaths in England, and then for whatever reason they added a half. I guess like the author is like, oh well, it's in America, so I will supersize it.
The
It's
metric-
weird
the
like
metric-
that.
Maybe because of the other
And
book
then-
that we read. Do you think that maybe that's why? Because
What was that?
Evelyn Hugo's an American book, so maybe they're like, that's way too similar to Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Let's like change it up just a tad.
I don't know.
That would make sense.
Because I'm like, does that have any, like, does that play into the storyline or anything? Like,
That's what I thought. Is she gonna be the baby one day or something? Or
Chill.
so, again, anybody is a suspect.
anybody's a suspect.
So is it too early to make any guesses on like
Who could have done it?
Yeah.
I really wish we
Well, I
had.
don't feel like we've
minutes,
really
like,
been
yeah.
introduced to everybody.
I was about to say, because low key, I was like, can we first off explain what happened in the first to fifth chapters? A. B. Explain who's going to be the killer. C. Gossip. Because I'm like, chapter 1 just establishes just a lot of like question marks, right? Then we get to chapter 2 and we meet
So-
Daniel.
Real quickly, is the
Establish just
whole
question
book,
marks or create question marks?
That create question marks.
so wait,
Okay.
is the whole book just gonna be on that day itself until like for that whole night? Oh, okay.
There's no way.
I think it like, because like the chapter 1 is called day 1. So I'm guessing like we'll go through different days, but it's like the same day, but him in different bodies. Yeah, we're gonna go through
Yeah, like different versions of the same day.
Yeah.
Or what if it's the first
love
day? Like, what if instead of it's like day 2, it's like another day 1, but he's in a different body. But it's like day 1. Does that make sense?
I think
Am I
everyone's
explaining
saying the
that
same thing.
I think you're right.
I'm like,
Well,
hearing
no,
the
because
same
like.
I'm confused.
Did it click on me?
No, like I think what I'm trying to say is different, but I'm just not able to formulate it in my head. If that makes sense.
No, I think I know what you mean. Like, this isn't like the start of that repeating day. Like, it could be like, even though it's the same day, it could be like day 4 or something. And he
Yeah.
already experienced this day like several times before, and he just doesn't know it.
Guys,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I'm having a hard time hearing because somebody's mic is on and there's like a shit ton of noise. Does
Oh,
anyone
no.
else hear that? I like can't really hear what you guys have been saying this whole time because some like there's like 8 different voices coming from one mic.
Filled out. Let's go. Get quiet now.
Let me just mute myself.
Do you have a movie in the background or something?
No, I have Roxy's just kind of like chilling, killing. I don't think it's her.
I'll say, is it me? Let me try me.
Am I the drama?
Am I the drama?
Am I the drama? No, it's not bad. It's not that bad, but I just
It might be me. I'm not my
I mean,
phone.
the way you came at it was kind of hot, but.
Like-
She was like, I'm trying to understand.
Exit
I feel like
stage left.
But no, Andre, you have a good point when it comes down to, so basically it's the same day, but it's like just in different body. That's basically what you're trying to say. If that's everyone
So
understands.
is the day that Anna gets killed the same day as like the ball? Did she get killed the same day as Evelyn? Is that kind of what y'all were saying? Like that one day everything happens and we're just like at a different point of the day.
I think that's what
I
Steph
think
was
is
saying.
happening.
She said that the ball happens that night, and that's when Evelyn gets killed. So if Anna gets killed at the beginning, he's trying to figure out who he is. They go to the ball that night, then Evelyn should be also getting axed.
That's true.
Yeah,
Now,
like
hear me out,
Groundhog
right?
Day with murder is basically
Yes.
the gist.
That's exactly what I'm gonna say.
Thank you for writing that down, Celia.
I did. No, so what I'm doing is I'm writing down all the persons that I know so far in the book, and then I'm writing a timeline to understand because I feel like if we write down a timeline, it would make more sense to understand how the day goes. So if it is the same day, we'll be like, okay, well, if that happens, then we know what's gonna happen next. And the process keeps going, so we get to find the killer quicker. But in reality, how many problems are happening? Because first off,
So many.
yeah, because I'm like, Anna dies. We need to find a killer. Sebastian's in danger.
Is he?
Michael, he is, girl.
Doesn't he get out of the woods and he's inside and he's like talking to people and like.
No, he had to act like he was normal because Daniel, which is weird. I don't like his character, first off. Can we talk about him?
Wait, Daniel,
He was
is
very
that
sketchy.
the guy inside, or who's the guy inside the body?
He's the professional. Oh wait, no, the guy
Gambler.
inside the
Yeah.
He's in Dr. Sebastian Bell's body, but the guy's name is Aiden.
Aiden, sorry, I was getting.
Oh
Aiden.
yeah.
Yeah, Daniel, the creepy. Or the
Oh, I
Is
like
Dan-
him.
Is Daniel the one that opened the door and his face is kind of burned?
No,
Who is that?
Oh, who's Aiden?
Aiden is the detective. They haven't said it yet in the book, but it says it on the back of the book. Justin and Steph read it earlier.
We're
He's the
gonna-
detective that keeps waking up in
Yeah,
other
Jamie,
people's
get out
bodies.
your whiteboard.
Yeah,
No, you're good.
we're
She
gonna
looks-
need to
Hold on, I can go get it.
I think it's also important to really remember the like career or whatever of each person, because that may come into play with like hints and
yeah,
stuff, which is very difficult to remember the names and the
the
like professions. Yeah.
Okay, so far I know Daniel is the gambler. Michael Hardcastle is the son of the house, basically the
Peter.
house that they're in.
Yeah, Peter
Yes.
Hardcastle.
That's all
Is
I know.
anyone else like super suspicious about Daniel? Like he's
Yes.
a poker player, but he's very like suave. I don't know. I feel like he's like being like too out of his job.
Say it, Miss Ma'am, because I'm
Okay.
glad that you said that. I'm glad. Because the way, okay, because Daniel's the one that first finds Sebastian and was
Yes.
like, hey, buddy, what's going on? Why are you so disheveled? And he's like, buddy, someone just died. I need you to go find them. He's like, nah, bro, take a chill pill, get a shower. We have a ball to go tonight. I'm like, why are you taking this so lightly,
What's
bro?
wrong
Yeah.
when you say someone dies?
Right. It's like, shouldn't you be like, oh shit, like I have to go find this person because like this could really be bad for the news, or something like that. But like, no, he's taking this very lightly, which I was like, he knows too much, and I need to understand this because Sebastian could be in danger. And what if Daniel was the one trying to coerce him into this story of like, oh yeah, this is your room, this is your stuff, and this we used to be, but no, like,
But
and
then
then
he say he didn't remember anything that was in that room, or like didn't recognize.
he didn't recognize anything. And I'm trying to figure out in the book, because there's that map in the book. I'm trying to figure out where his room was because he said it was in the east. Like he vividly, like he described it really well. Like it's on the east side of the house. It's like the last room, and that's where.
What characters am I missing off the top of my head? I'm having a brain fart. What's the parents' names again?
Peter.
Peter.
and someone.
Heather?
It was Peter and Lady Helena.
Helena.
Helena. Got it. Okay. I have. Whoa. Okay. I have. I looked up and I was like, oh, spotlight. Okay. I have. Can you read that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sebastian, Evelyn, Anna, yeah.
And it's
Valid.
really just like, for me, public enemy number one, definitely Daniel.
Oh, I forgot Daniel.
But I feel like
Exactly.
he could have been, because I think Sebastian at this point, like Aiden, Sebastian, whatever, doesn't even know his own name.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like
Yeah.
it could have been like this, like he saw his friend and it looked like he lost his mind and was like, okay, like, yeah, somebody got murdered. You don't even know who you are, you know? Like it might not have been as suspicious. It may have just be more like I'm not gonna listen to anything you say.
Yeah.
And I feel like
Well,
I
that's the
think that's
thing.
what it is. And I feel like it would make sense for him to not remember anything in the room because he's not actually Sebastian. So if this is Sebastian's room, he wouldn't recognize anything.
You know what? Whoever said that, I need a photo.
Mindy?
I thought that was like common.
Because Mindy, Miss Ma'am, you might be onto something. You might be onto something. I was like, that makes so much more sense. That's why he doesn't remember the room because it's not him.
Well,
Oh,
that's yeah, exactly. So like that's why I feel like it's gonna be so much harder,
Got
no
it.
matter if he's a detective or not. 'Cause it's like it's not like you
Got it.
have their memories, you just have your own memories to go off of. If that,
that makes so much
starting
more sense.
from like a blank slate.
Wait, this reminds me, remember there was a locked trunk, right? And he never did he ever get in the trunk?
No,
what?
he couldn't find
No.
the key.
That's the
Yeah, he
that,
never-
I'm just gonna hold
interested
this
in the
until
trunk.
I keep writing stuff.
Okay, but
Do we wanna, okay, timeline wise, I put timeline, and I also put clues like the compass and shit. So what
Okay.
other clues do we have other than the compass?
The note isn't there yet, right?
technically, chapter 5, there's a note that
The note,
Anna
Yeah.
pseudonym.
Okay, so we got
Right.
a compass.
Oh, she said go to the graveyard at 10:20 p.m.
Is it 10:29, right? 10:29?
p.m. 10:20 p.m.
Okay.
I know my stuff.
Okay, I have a question. For me, I'm just like, this entity, is it Daniel? Aiden. How does he know to jump to the next body? Like, what decides that? You know what I'm saying? Like, does Daniel have any control? Or
I
Aiden?
think it's like maybe like the clock strikes 12 and it's like different body.
Well, like, how does it decide which body is going, or does he just get to like roll the dice? You're in
Maybe it's the last person he spoke with or he interacted with.
Helena's body or something. That's what I'm interested to find out. Like, what's the common denominator on like whose body is being used for the next clues?
Or is it even Aiden?
I
Because
don't.
we really don't know.
Well, they said it's Aiden. They confirmed that. That's for sure. Like, Aiden is the
his-
soul that's in these bodies.
Oh.
You know.
Okay. I thought it was just like a guess. Like, oh yeah, it's Daniel.
Yeah, because
I was
remember,
like, oh cool.
it said it in the beginning, right? You guys said that Aiden was the person that is the one doing the.
Yeah.
On,
Yeah.
on the back of the book,
back of the book.
Back of the
Yeah.
book. Okay.
Aiden Bishop.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah.
Oh, Bishop. Okay, got it. All right, see.
Interesting. What do you guys think it's, I guess, any clues as to if we'll even, I don't know. Do you guys think it's going to be a slow burn, or you guys think midway we'll find the killer and then we have to like, then have like the person has to convict the killer? Like, we know the killer, but how do you prove that being in other people's bodies type shit? That's
It'll
what
definitely be a slow burn.
Wait,
Wait, we
I
know
just-
who the killer is already?
no, we don't.
No.
Like, do you think-
Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, I missed that.
Jamie, if you had read all of chapter 5, you would know.
Shit,
Chapter 5, you missed the meaning of life was in
The
chapter
big
5.
reveal.
do we want to guess already? I'll keep this up.
Oh, no.
Do
Oh,
we want to
actually,
put our
guys,
guesses into who we think is the killer?
before you guys say that, what years is being taking place at? Like, what are we in?
I wanted to ask that because I'm like the Lord and the Lady, like
Yeah.
the words that they're using. This is not 2022 English.
Someone Google it. I'm driving, so I can't. But somebody Google
Oh,
it.
Google it. Hold on. Let's find out. It
Because-
seems like 1900s.
Because I feel like that give us some more clues as like to people what.
I mean, he's using a compass.
right.
You don't have Google Maps.
That makes sense.
Not
valid.
even like an actual map on you.
Is there any mention of cars?
No, because he says the stable to get him home and into the train. So I'm like,
Yeah.
it's giving 1900s, like literally peak 1900s.
Like 1920s.
Really? Like I would have said like
Mhm.
Because
That's
1920 had cars,
1920s.
Cindy. They had
Mhm.
cars in
no
1920s.
1920s they had cars. I'm thinking
Yeah.
like 1800s.
1800.
So 18.
This is definitely before.
So that's like the 19th centuries, right?
Yes.
Oh,
No.
girl, don't ask
Wait,
me.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's usually like a year over.
It does say 1920s, guys.
Oh, 20?
Oh, really?
Really?
Oh, this
Are
is
they
like
poor?
the Pinky Blinders then. All right.
Pinky Blinders.
Pinky Blinders. Hold on.
Wait, I had another thing I forgot I wanted to say. It just in the way that the person worded it. So the guy in the mask, like the crow guy or whatever, he said something about like, let's see, he says the fact that he even said like you woke up with a word on your lips, what was it? And that's like kind of weird. But then when he said, Anna, do you know who she is? Nobody else in the house has ever heard of her. He just said, I'd be surprised if they had, waving away the question. And I just feel like that's an interesting response, because like, what if Anna like somehow is like the name is not even right, and it got like when he jumped bodies, it got like messed up. And what if it's like Evelyn or something? I don't know, like, you know.
Yeah. Or maybe it's just someone who, like, back in that day, they don't give a shit about, like, someone who works in the household. Or like,
Mhm.
you know, like, well, of course they don't remember her, like she doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
at the end of
that's a
Like
good
she's
point.
just always hiding in plain sight type situation. Like she just like
Oh.
works in them.
But why would that
Okay,
doctor be
no.
compelled to remember the name, or like the person, the body, right? Does that make sense? Like, they may have known each other. So do you think that person would have been a helper? Because like, if she was a nobody, like.
The first body he said is in Sebastian's, right?
What if they were sleeping together? That's why he knows her. Like it's an affair.
He did say he was a bachelor.
And she was going out there.
But isn't he like older?
That's what I thought.
Oh,
How old is Anna? We don't even know.
Well,
like,
but
if
back in this
Yeah.
time, age wasn't really much of a,
that's
Yeah,
true.
right.
It's a number.
wasn't a factor.
We don't know who the footman is either.
Footman, that's his name. Yeah, the killer. That's the
'Cause-
killer.
Because the
The
crow
one that
guy
like gave the
said
compass.
the footman will find you soon. And the crow guy said the footman isn't gonna stop with your arm.
Girl.
Remember Sebastian, it's like his arm got cut up. So I guess the crow guy is saying that the footman is the guy who cut up Sebastian's arm.
But doesn't footman typically mean like the person that does the dirty work?
I don't know.
Ooh, how do you know that, Henri?
Right.
Y'all know I watch the mafia shows. Don't play.
Then
That's a good
who
point.
is-
I mean, these are all good theories, I feel like.
I feel like
Evelyn's
we won't be able
actually
to
the
actually.
one.
Go ahead.
I'm like, part of me feels like Evelyn is the killer just for the simple fact of like, I don't know, something about that hat. Because that's the like originating thing. So I feel like that hat has something to really do with it. And like they find out and then bam. I don't know. I don't know.
Who thinks that Evelyn is the killer? It's like the 7.5 deaths of Evelyn, as in like she's killing these people. Or like, sorry, she's the killer for these things.
Oh.
I think that's what it was. I thought that's what it was.
And maybe like that half death is like what restart or like because they're having to do the damn loop. So like what if that half death is like
The half
end of the
taken,
loop?
they find it, and so it's no longer a loop.
Or maybe it's like she tried to kill herself at the very end, and then like the crow man was like, nope. So then like they have to like restart the lives. I don't know.
Wait, what if it's an
True.
attempted murder? So it's not a full death? Like maybe Sebastian, like he has those wounds that potentially could be defensive wounds, like putting his arms
Oh,
up. And so it was
That's
like
what I
an
was about to say.
attempted death, but
That's
it
the
wasn't
hack.
actually.
Yeah.
Exactly. Imagine that. Because Charlie, let me continue off of what you just said. Because I said to Cindy, I was like, what if the footman was actually trying to kill Sebastian so he can stop trying to figure out the case because he was too close. And then Anna was behind him the whole time. And she found out, and that's why she's running away. She's like, help me. She's like, help me because they're trying to kill you. But then the footman caught her because she knew what was going on.
That's
Yes,
crazy.
T?
There's like so little that we've gotten from these 5 chapters, but so much at the same time. I feel like it's hard to kind of base an assumption on who the killer's gonna be, or like what to even expect after this.
Yeah.
We're gonna
I'm
be
curious to see how this is gonna change, like who we think it is now versus like
Yeah.
the next person.
Later.
And we need to like wipe them off. If we feel like we know like that couldn't be it, we should be like, okay, this person's done. We need to be like forensic
Bet.
people.
We can do that.
So we're
They
like,
also want to cast their vote.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
I cast my vote to evict.
You're done.
Okay.
Since, do you guys kind of want to talk about how we're gonna break up these chapters? Because
Yes, please.
we'll get a little sus. Where do we think, because we're about 10 minutes before the sense, how much do you guys think you guys want to read into for the next?
Well, how long are we wanting to make this? Because we usually make it like 3 weeks, or sorry, 3 consecutive meetings.
Mhm.
Well, there is 60 chapters.
I don't
I'm not
think
gonna lie to you.
There's 60
The
Well, the
holidays-
book itself is only like 360 something pages, I think.
I think it's
you're
really
right,
the
you're right.
information we're gonna be digesting that's gonna be a lot, because like that shit.
I'd say
Yeah,
Why
I
don't
feel like
we
it's
do,
not a
like-
book you can like just skim. You have to like pay attention to the details.
Like this would extend
Agreed.
throughout the rest of the year. Like start a new book in January, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and like maybe like space out the days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wait, in what term? What does that mean?
So like,
Like-
3 weeks instead of 2.
Well, I mean, realistically, that's still the same amount of span that we use in general, because November's almost over.
So if we do every 2 weeks, there's a meeting on the 29th. There'd be one on the 13th and then one on the 27th. So that's 3 more meetings.
I feel like the
Right.
27th is like too in the holidays.
Oh,
Agreed.
absolutely.
I was about to say.
Of November.
Of December.
Oh, of December. Yeah, it is.
I mean,
So extend it out to the 6th.
Ooh.
The
Well,
sixth
could we-
what?
Isn't that a Friday?
We're already
No, the
going
6th of
into
January.
Oh my god.
That's a Friday.
2020.
The 6th of January is a Friday.
What day am I looking at?
You're looking at the 6th of
2022.
December.
December.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, girl, what?
Ignore me. The 3rd. Sorry, the 3rd.
Okay, well, let's start with this. Like, when's the next day you guys want to meet? Because we got to figure that out before we figure out the last day.
Do
The
we wanna do the-
29th.
Yeah, the 29th.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
And how many
Oh, that's
chapteroni
birthday?
are you thinking?
Cindy's like, I won't be in.
What if we read to
y'all.
chapter 3rd? Wait, no, 3rd. Is that would it be half?
chapter like
Maybe
Well, I
20.
say if we split it up
20.
into 120 pages, or do y'all want to do less? Because
I vote to
120
do less.
pages would be in 2 weeks.
But like, can we just make it more meetings? Because like I said, this book has a lot of intricate details that sometimes we all were like, oh yeah, that happened. Like, so it's like, unless we have, so if we read less, but we have more meetings, we'll have more meaningful conversations like, you know what, this happened, blah, blah, blah. And then we'll actually get to be able to,
Remember, like,
I
yeah,
agree.
put into pieces.
would
I
you
don't
guys
mind it
be
pushing
like
it to
chapter
January.
25? That's 20 chapters. I mean, these chapters aren't that long. Is that doable? Because
I like that.
chapter 25, and then we meet up on the
29th. So
Yeah.
that's your birthday, so maybe not the 29th?
I mean, I could just, I don't really care. It's like we could still do it.
We could do the 30th. Well,
Yeah, I
actually,
can do the 30th.
I feel like
I may or may not have work, so I may or may not be there. But if it works well for everybody else, then we can do the 30th.
I mean, we could still do the 29th. It's just, I mean, if whether I make it or not, like this meeting will still happen. So
yeah, just send if you need to. I can just send the code to everyone. It's fine.
yeah, but we'll make it work. I'm down to the 29th. Like I'm already going to be celebrating on a different day anyway, so it's not a problem. But yeah, it's chapter 25, the 29th, and then same time though, right? 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well,
Here
this
we
will be interesting. I'm
are.
actually interested to see how, like, the more we read, how much we uncover, because I feel like there'll be a lot to talk about in the next one. So,
So are we not casting our votes this meeting?
I
Yeah.
feel like we can cast it next time. Like
Yeah, I
that. I
would
feel
say
like we'll
maybe
have
next
more.
time.
Okay.
Okay.
you cast your
Valid.
votes, you might be wrong.
Oh, I know I'm gonna be wrong. I'm never right. I haven't been right. It's been a year of this shit. I've never been right.
I guess you don't have
Oh my
judgment.
God,
lawful
what if
detective.
Sebastian? No, he can't be a killer.
All right, sounds good. Well, you guys want to end it on here? Anyone else have any comments, concerns, thoughts?
Let me
I think the only
see.
thing I threw out there is I guess they're reading the back of the book. There are 8 days. 8 days and 8 different bodies that he's going to inhabit. And I guess he can only escape from the loop once he finds out who the killer was.
Does that mean he gets into the body of the killer?
Maybe.
So then the last
Just 7.5 deaths, and then the killer is
Right. So, well, maybe on the 8th day, he finds out who it is and like prevents the last death from happening.
And that's like a half.
it doesn't.
So Yeah. But the first 7 days, Evelyn Hardcastle will be
Is
murdered
gone.
at 11 p.m.
Ooh.
Bummer.
Bummer.
Good.
So he's meeting Anna in the graveyard like 30 minutes before Evelyn dies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So does that rule
It's very
Anna
last
out?
minute. You can't call a meeting 30 minutes before the showdown like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Unless
That's
Anna
poor
wants the
planning.
detective out of the house so that he doesn't find out who the killer is.
But
What
it's
if it's a group
dead?
thing?
What if it's a group thing?
That's what
There's
I'm
a
saying.
Groupon for it. Yeah.
I'm like Pretty Little Liars.
Who's A?
We'll find out on next week's episode of Jack
Tune in next time on.
I'm dead.
I love it.
Okay.
All right.
So, are you doing anything, or
Wait, what?
I'm
are
good.
you doing anything? Are you like finding something, or because you're like?
Yeah, no, I was just looking at the map. I'm gonna print out the map, and then next meeting, we're going ham, guys. We
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
know.
I feel like you're really on that
We gotta
map.
know.
So we'll dissect it.
We have to. I'll rewrite it if I have to. I swear to God.
Bro.
I'm gonna keep this up and I'm gonna add to this as we go along.
Yes.
Because that'll be fun. Loves it. All right,
All right,
guys.
you guys.
All right.
All
cool.
right.
All
It
right.
was nice
Bye.
meeting you.
Bye.
Bye.